Hey guys, King's Fanboy here. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going over what counts as credits and what coasters count as hypers, gigas, and strata coasters. So let's get right into it. Let's start off with what does not count as a coaster credit and what counts as a coaster credit. So we'll start off with the Skyline Skywarp. This might be very controversial, but Skyline Skywarps do count as coasters in my book, therefore they count as credits. They do use gravity in some way, so me personally, I do count them as credits. So if I get around to writing one, I will put it on my credit list. The next thing on here is the Skyline Horizons. This is also a coaster. They do use gravity in some way, so I personally do count them as credits. If I ever get around to writing one, they will go in my credits. Now let's get into what does not count as a credit. Superloops, Larson Superloops are not credits. They do not use gravity. They do not count as roller coasters. So they don't go on credit list for me. No, they're not roller coasters. Log flumes. Unless a log flume has a dry section of track that uses gravity, they are not roller coasters. So they do not get added to credits, unless they have a dry section of track that uses gravity. Drop towers. Drop towers of any kind are not roller coasters. Any kind of drop tower is not a roller coaster. This includes the Demon Drop, the first generation Intamin Drop Tower. They are not roller coasters. Even though they use gravity, they are flat rides, not roller coasters. Water coasters. Water coasters are not credits, unless you're talking about the Intamin and Mock Rides water coasters, such as the ones at the SeaWorld parks. Those are coasters. But a water coaster that you see at a water park is not a roller coaster. Now let's get into roller coasters that can count as 2 credits. This is such as racing coasters and coaster redos. A Mobius Loop racing coaster, such as Twisted Colossus or Racer at Kennywood, is not 2 credits. It is 1 credit. It is 1 track where you happen to come back to the station, but you do not get off and you continue and race another train. So Mobius Loop coasters are 1 credit. Racing coasters with 2 stations, such as Racer at Kings Island or Gemini at Cedar Point, are 2 credits. You have 2 places where you get on and get off. They are 2 credits because they have 2 separate stations that are just next to each other. Now, coaster redos. This is a very broad term for roller coasters. Anything can count as a coaster redo, such as if it gets repainted, has a new theme, or anything like that. But which ones count as credits? B&M stand-up to floorless conversions, I say, are new credits. They become a new coaster type. They are new credits. So they were stand-up coasters, but now they're a floorless coaster. They're new coaster types. It's a new type of coaster. RMC redos are new coasters. The entire layout's changed. The coaster type changed. So that qualifies them as a credit. Now, a coaster redo that changes the type of coaster it is, has the same track layout, but it changes the type of coaster it is a new credit and is a completely new coaster. Coaster redos such as Blue Hawk went from Ninja to Blue Hawk. It just got repainted and got new restraints. It is not a new credit. Now let's get into coasters that can break records. For a roller coaster to break a record, it needs to be full circuit. This is why Superman Escape from Krypton at Six Flags Magic Mountain is not the first strata coaster. It is not full circuit. That means it does not go. You leave the station one end and you come back in the station another end. It is not a full circuit roller coaster. It doesn't go all the way around. This is why Top Thrill Dragster was considered to be the first strata and was considered to be the tallest coaster in the world, even though Superman Escape from Krypton was there before Dragster. Now let's get into coasters types, such as what counts as a hyper, what counts as a giga, what counts as a strata. Any coaster at all with a 200-foot drop is a hyper. That means Accelerator at Knott's Berry Farm, which technically is 200 feet and has a 200-foot drop, is a hyper. So people saying Knott's needs a hyper, they have a hyper. Any coaster with a 300-foot drop is a giga. It doesn't matter if it has a launch or a chain lift, it is a giga. Meaning Red Force is giga. Any coaster with a 400-foot drop is a strata. If a strata were to be built with a lift hill, it would be a strata if it did have the 400-foot drop. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video talking about what counts as coasters and what counts as credits. I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!